Hello, hello, Danger Noodle. My friend is late, so we're just gonna. Why is that up? Turn it off. We're just gonna sit here and chat while we wait for the final person to show up. They're really late, and I have no messages from them. It's gonna be a while, probably. Taken a mixture to your face. What do you mean? This is normal. I normally look like this. There's nothing wrong with my face. Is there? Hmm. Yep, I don't see anything wrong. That's normal. Yep. See, yeah, that's normal. That's normal down there. Everything's normal. Everything is normal. Oh yeah, might as well show Twitch chat while we're waiting for the final person to show up. Hopefully they show up soon. I have conversation topics. I beat Persona 5 Strikers. Oh, neat. ChatGPT was the final boss. I also like how you mention my eye and my jaw, but you don't even mention I don't have legs. I didn't see that. They literally don't have legs. Also, as you can see, I am radioactive because I have a green line around me. You're a mutant femur breaker. Yeah. I am radioactive with plutonium. Hold on. Hold on. I am the stream. I am the thing you watch now. Oh, hell. Scuff Aaron. Yes. Normal comic BS from sure, go ahead. I mean, we're just waiting for the final person to show up. Find me with the first place. It's with his great grandfather. Oh, so there's Alabama in the multiverse. feel like I said something really stupid. Your father's not a grandmother, and being trans isn't allowed in Alabama, but incest is. All forms of incest are legal in Alabama. I kid you not, that's actually true. If the bad half of the equation were her hair left. 'Hairful comics is insane. Yeah, what I'm thinking is if they don't show up by 9:30, I'm gonna start without them. So they got television. Then we start doing random bullshit. You know what? Now I'm gonna do the best thing imaginable. Look up dad jokes. 300 best dad jokes you haven't heard. Hilarious section. Oh, hey, Jerry. Thinking I was gonna start reading all dad jokes waiting for you. You show up. You saved the stream. Yeah. This, I literally just said 300 best dad jokes you haven't heard. Hilarious section. And then you popped in. Oh, wait, Jerry's mute. God damn it, OBS. I fucking. I fucking update my driver, and every time I update my driver, it always wants to remove it from fucking OBS. I hate OBS sometimes. Alright, now I gotta shrink myself. I was covering up the entire screen. Oh, yeah. You remember the little scuffed model?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a random person's first time seeing it.
Oh.
Also, I saw you love the thumbnail. I did. I got commissioned. Yeah, I have a favorite thumbnail artist now.
You apparently do.
Hold on. Let me show a sneak peek for it on stream.
Oh,
Because
that's one face I didn't see in the group of Aaron Horde. The goofy face.
this one right here, the Scuffy,
Yeah.
I did send him a whole shit ton of errands, so I probably just cracked some of them. I mean,
That's fair.
it's a lot of errands. To be honest, fit on one thumbnail, it makes sense. I don't mind stuff. Uh, oh yeah, the horror today is Vita Carnis, but before we do that, let me just show a sneak peek to a project that's being worked on. Sneak peek.
Hmm.
The one thing I didn't tell them to do, but I love, is that they gave so much sass to the Christmas model in the thumbnail. I
You
love
are a sassy woman, so
it.
it
Yeah,
fits.
I know, and I love it. Yeah, it was already admitted in the Discord server what this is for. This is a project for Best of 2025. And just so you know, the collected clips before the Pokemon stuff, I got a person going through the Pokemon streams right now to get clips. Because I couldn't be bothered to look through 26 hours of footage, so I paid someone else to do it.
Oh my gosh.
But already the clips add up to 93 clips. It's
Oh,
basically best of 2025 is gonna be the longest uh best of video I've that's probably gonna be on the channel. So yeah, it'll probably come out in February. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, we ready to start Vita Carnus? I know we've watched this before, Jerry, but the season finale uh of season 2 came out a bit ago. As well as I managed to get my hands on of the 2 secret videos.
two secret video?
1/3 and 2/3, which is about the prince.
Oh,
Yeah. And though luckily um the it's hard to read what is said in those videos, but I got someone luckily the fans were able to decipher it. So basically when we get to that part, we can just play the videos and go over and see what it says. Yeah. You ready?
okay. Yep.
Big take one. Oh yeah, I gotta remember there's gonna be some loud ass ringing in this video. Classified material. Federal provides severe civil and criminal penalties when unauthorized viewing this footage, and reproduction, distribution, or display of this video is prohibited. Possession of this footage may lead to into investigation and detention. If released from custody, the apprehended will face a penalty of 500,000. Breaking the law.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth?
Possibly.
Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity?
Most likely.
From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and
in mythos considered to be part of Earth, just very deep.
Yeah.
They could still be from hell.
Yeah. Like I said, when they said demons, I said, most likely. How do they taste? Probably, I mean, they might taste like pork. Because some of them have similarities to human. So they probably would taste like pork.
still not well known today. But here's what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita carnis. The carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their carnis relatives. The carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings. The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis, the dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again. This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive. Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustained.
Hold on, what the fuck was that?
Magical?
There was a little scene. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
What is? Oh, it's just a. I thought there was something hidden. It's just a glitch.
Nope, there's blood.
Oh. I wanted another
Richness in
secret.
nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms.
There was something? What was it, random person? It just looked like a glitch to me. Let me go back.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh. You're right. Radio tower overgrowth with crawl. We didn't get to see this before.
Thank you, random person.
Thanks, random person. This is interesting. So... Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
And its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards. The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism and go to live on as an independent animal.
I want it.
This leads us to the upcoming
No.
species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings. The trimmings.
Oh wait, there was something.
Yeah, that was something. That was something.
You can't hide that from me.
Oh!
I can't get it good enough because it just looks wavy.
It's fine if it looks wavy. We can still look at it.
The trimmings.
Oh god damn it!
Oh!
I tried
Trimmings are
fucking
small
doing
animals.
it, but the computer lagged. God damn it! Oh, is
Oh.
this? Oh, oh, this is the prince. Okay, so
Yeah.
hold on. I got a translation for this right here. All right. Okay, page 1 right here. Once upon a time, there was a distant kingdom. The kingdom was ruled by a royal family, a king, a queen, and a prince. The royal family were magical scholars who wanted to obtain knowledge and expand their kingdom and heighten their magical abilities. They traveled land and sea to discover new places and learn what the new lands hold.
The trimmings.
Okay.
Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes,
I wouldn't call
nose
that
and ear
skinned
holes,
raccoon.
and an agape mouth. They are also
what was
equipped with a
it?
diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no
It's
larger
cute.
than a basketball. Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals. Although its appearance is
It's
unsightly, it is a cowardly
It is not
creature,
unsightly, it is
only
cute.
fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case. The crawl
Hold on, what the
constantly
fuck was
produces
that?
Oh no.
I saw that. I was drinking my drink when I saw that. What was that?
Oh, oh.
Mass trimming infestation.
Infestation.
Yeah. Mass trimming infestation. Estimated 400 plus trimmings gathered under a large abandoned satellite dish.
Oh.
Oh.
is not the case.
You can't hide shit
The
from
crawl
me.
constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes,
I have
keeping up their
control.
numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are plentiful, humanity has no
yes, it
proper way
is.
to implement trimmings
It
into
is, right,
society.
Which is
Their
why I'm not saying
overabundance
anything.
has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets and relatively domesticate
I would.
them.
100%.
Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers
It is
to their
cute,
skittish nature,
Jerry.
they are truly a thing to behold.
No, thank you.
The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Jerry's ancestor.
No.
Wait a minute. Is this page 2? Okay, yeah, I think this is page 2. Wait. Oh, I can read this. No, I can't. God damn it! I did not do full screen. Stop doing full screen. Thank you. Page 2. On one of their expeditions, a great storm struck. It was so powerful it swayed the boat in the royal family road and pushed the prince out and into the sea. Yeah, YouTube's full screen shit is starting to piss me off.
The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane.
Oh my god.
Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes.
It was a pet and
when
name
it first
Jerry.
separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length.
Yes.
I'm a snake.
Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length.
Wait, what was that? You can't hide shit from me. You can't hide shit from me. I saw that. Largest meat snake ever discovered. During a sweep of underground sediments made during the war, a massive sized meat snake was discovered, stuck inside the underground railway. The beast was measured at a total of 40 meters in length. It is believed that bodies gathered during the war were fed to the creature, causing it to reach the unbelievable size. Cult activity is highlighted.
Surpass this length.
You can't hide shit from me.
The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name.
I'm insulted.
Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract, and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair.
Works.
What was that?
That is not how a normal snake works.
Uh-huh. Sure.
A normal snake just digests slower than normal. It doesn't, magically implement it through its body, and it doesn't have different chemicals for different parts of the digestion.
Yeah. It's food access FIA, apparently, this random person.
And fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years. The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating. Interestingly, the meat snake is the only member of the Carnies family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms. Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
They're found in my state. I can't
Their
get
population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes. Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products.
With you.
The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease.
You don't wanna meet Momo and
Humans use
Jerry?
meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin,
Don't blame the
dispose
Momo and
roadkill,
Jerry.
within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals. They are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Our next creature is the mimic.
Oh, okay, so that's the next page. Page 3. After being stranded at sea, the young prince was eventually cast to an island. Injured, the prince stumbled his way to a nearby cave. He then used what magic he could to put himself into a healing sleep.
The mimic. The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped. The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of
Look, Jerry, my soul is stuck inside of an amulet. Meaning if it does eat my body, I'm still alive, technically.
Bad girl.
So that means I can fuck the abomination if I want to fuck it.
No, thank you.
incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole. A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
I didn't think about that random person, but you're totally right. Random person says, "Oh, that's right, 4 is on the table for me." Oh my god.
Also, random person is right in that meat snakes
Because of this, they're
closer to the male part rather than a snake.
Yeah. Was there something there? Because it played a random sound. Not seeing anything.
I don't see anything either.
That was odd. It just played a random sound.
Because of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas.
That wasn't a random sound.
The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture. Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves. Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
Okay, before we continue, to be fair, I did see some people saying SP Foundation would handle this world easily. Let's be honest, they would just abandon it.
No, they would probably gather all those weird meat trees before they can even integrate with the environment.
Well, I'm saying if it does integrate into the environment, they would just abandon it because they've done it before when it anomaly just becomes widespread.
That's true. Also, Aaron,
Yeah.
the sound you were weirded out by is a sound that's been playing the whole time. It's the sound of a movie reel being played by one of those old film projectors.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to see you die with me. There's a broken pill at minimum. Yeah. The Foundation ain't gonna do shit in this world. Now that I think about it, for the Vintage 8 world, they would probably just close off Kate's Crossing and be done. Like, you're on your own.
That's true, but to be fair, if they close off Kate's Crossing, only so many people can die because no one can go in or out.
Yeah, just wall off Louisiana. When they ask, why is there a big wall there? Well, see, the thing is, Trump wanted a wall. He didn't specify where they wanted us to put it.
I don't think they'd say that.
Video. This conversation. Oh, he's dead. See, a smart move would be to turn off the fucking light. You're literally just telling it where
People
you
don't
are.
do that when they're scared. After all, how can they tell when it's gone if the light is off?
Fair.
Probably what they're thinking. They just don't want to die.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're literally telling it where you are. Keep the mimic established dominance. Oh my god. You have really long ass nails.
Oh, you! I
The
forgot
next
how
stage of
realistic that looked.
Huh?
I forgot how realistic that looked.
Yeah. That's why this is one of my favorites.
the mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into. If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being.
Will it have
It
genitals?
now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features
I
will
still
fade
like
away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet.
Uh-huh.
Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed.
Huh?
The supposed human's arms are too long.
Oh. Guess so. Unless they must be hidden mimics.
That reminds me of what happens later.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a better idea at random person. Just have have them want to come to your house. Pretend you're alone. Then, when they get into your house, go into a room that's a bomb shelter and detonate your house full of C4. They ain't living. Do that till they're all gone.
By your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee.
Oh my god.
Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks. 6.
They're still
In
gonna
a
die.
situation where
Yeah. This is America buying AK and start spraying. I'm about to say, I have a shotgun. I'm pretty sure a blast from a shotgun, even if it doesn't kill it, it's gonna send them flying. If in close quarters. Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area, and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey, and will move on.
Be safe, and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs. Next up, the harvester.
Oh my god.
The harvester.
Wait, whoa, what was that? What was that? I saw that for a quick second. Oh, I can actually read this one easily. But the prince's sleep was long. He slept for what seemed like forever. He slept. The land around him changed and grew. It was unrecognizable from when the prince first arrived, but his sleep still needed time to heal. The prince much more time, but it kept the prince safe while he rested, guarding him from the elements as the land changed.
The harvester. The harvester is a large, bulbous mass, with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base. The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter. The tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally. The harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node, that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground. The harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat. They lie the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting.
Oh,
Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding. All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss. Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but
steel
very
boots,
sturdy.
easy
They share similar anatomy to the small
Chainmail
branches of the crawl,
no,
equipped with
knight
organelle
armor.
that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle
I
downwards.
would say it can probably go through steel.
Maybe
They
scale
found this
armor.
example on a deer, which is an ungulate. Their
Eh.
hooves are made of fingernail, basically bone. They have bone feet, or feet
Right.
covered in bone.
Then
And
I'll
some of
use.
that is quite sharp.
Yeah. I'll use titanium armor then.
Where would you even get titanium?
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna tell you how I get my supply of titanium. Don't worry about it.
I think random person has a better idea. Napalm.
Oh yeah, just take a bottle of alcohol with a rag and a lighter. You'll be fine.
Or a flamethrower.
I can have a flamethrower?
If it's against that thing, yes.
You're like, only with this, never anything else. Platform shoes. Anyways.
This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps.
Luckily, this is the longest
The
video.
nourishment absorbed
Beta
by the
Carnage, so
tendrils
we'll
will
probably
be
get
sucked
through
back
season
into the
2
main bulb of the
tonight,
harvester.
hopefully.
This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy. The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals. A strange behavior the harvester displays is its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected. The spines will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens. One, it could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time. Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Well, oh wait, hold on. I saw that. Oh, wait. Family attacked by harvester while hiking.
Oh.
Author-
Oh no.
Authorities refused to handle the harvester, only putting up warning signs to address the public to be more careful.
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place.
Yeah.
To stop it
Yeah.
or help.
If you are hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around. If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area, and there are no signs of wildlife, this is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, Do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you.
Panic, got it.
Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible, throw another object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal. Next up is the host. The host of
Oh, that's an... Okay, so that's another one. Okay, will I be able to read this one? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't even appear. Great. Oh, wait, there it is. I can barely read that, so no. Okay, so it'll be page 5. Outside the cave during a time of hardship lived the island critters. The critters were struggling during this hard time. There was barely any food to go around. They would gather up whatever they could find, but came back with less and less each day.
Oh.
Aww.
The host of influence. The host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease. The host is a semi-humanoid looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics. The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding. On the host's back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Luckily,
what was
the
that?
host is...
You think you can fool my eyes? Oh. That will be explained... That will be explained later.
Yeah.
Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America.
Oh, it's not in my
Obtaining info about the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one. The spores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. A host will release a cloud of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried great distances. If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them. An infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination. Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles. If you, or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services.
About that. I'm kidding.
After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk. The direction the infected will
What?
walk is towards the host whose
Oh, he's
spores have
dead.
been inhaled by the infected individual. If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs. The host will consume them and discard the leftover scraps. However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal. If the host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location. Their scarce numbers and the hazard of being around one makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Next, the monoliths. The monolith.
Oh, that's another one. I saw that. You can't hide shit from me.
Oh.
Oh, this one's really clear. I can read this one. On that one day, the critters found the cave while searching for food. They found the prince entranced in his healing sleep. The critters were so awestruck and enchanted by the prince's magic.
The monoliths. The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of...
Ow!
There are only
Fuck,
7
I
monoliths,
forgot about that.
all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter. This ring of monoliths surrounds...
I was prepared that time.
The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground. The legs connect to a torso. The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its center. On each
Heavy
side of the monolith
smash.
where arms would be, there are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the ground.
Severely heavy
At the creature's
smash.
feet, the strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away. What the
I feel like
monoliths
Jerry's
do is
judging
simply
me.
stand and do nothing.
Yes.
The only activity documented that the monoliths have done was in...
No. My god.
During this period, they were
You do not like that sound.
extremely aggressive. When the group of were making their way to the city, the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough to top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast, completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature. Although damaged, it regenerated at great speed and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings. And finally, the last creature on this list is...
Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate my microphone.
Oh.
I've been speaking for a bit. It muted me. Anyway,
Sorry.
thank you, random person. The critters argued amongst themselves. Who is this creature? Why are they here? Are they dangerous? A thought was brought up. What if this creature could use its magic to help them? It may grow food or heal sickness. They continued to argue about the prince and his magic. In the end, the majority of the critters agreed that the prince was dangerous and should not be meddled with. Alright.
The singularity is an orb comprised of a dark-colored mineral with hints of luminous colors within its core. The singularity is estimated to be 1 meter in diameter. The orb has several unique qualities that are not well understood. The singularity typically can be found suspended in air by an unseen force. There are also a variety of readings that have been documented coming from the orb itself. Various things like magnetic fields, energy signatures, and other pattern-like signals released by the singularity. The population of these creatures is unknown. Almost all info about the singularity is hidden or confiscated by officials. We were only able to receive one classified document about the singularity being held by...
Ow.
marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
Yeah, now we're getting into the rather short videos now.
Yeah.
There we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's learn how to cook.
This could be the greatest discovery of the age.
Let this feeling in.
Have any information of the whereabouts of...
Proceeds to the truth of flesh.
Be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity. Today's
eat it.
dish will be a cheesy crawl penne. To start off, these will be the ingredients you
It
will
looks
need.
bad. I'd still eat it.
3 cups of penne pasta. Roughly 3 cups worth of
You
fresh
can't make me
crawl.
not eat it.
Try to get a variety of sizes when you buy yours, or when you harvest them yourself. 1 cup of cheese. Half a cup of green onion. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of Cajun spice. 2 tablespoons of parsley. 1 tablespoon of dill. 1 tablespoon of garlic.
That's a lot of
A pinch
spices.
of pepper. And finally, the
We're
most
trying to
crucial
promote
ingredient,
wrestling flavor.
Nutrier Company's newly released Flavor Enhancer. To bring out the richness of flavors within each and every meal.
I totally trust it.
First, get a medium-sized pot and fill half of it with water.
It's gross.
Add a pinch of salt, which is used to help the pot come to a boil faster and help flavor the pasta. Then, set aside to boil. Grab your crawl and a sharp knife. Begin to cut the meat into a rough mince.
I wonder. I kind of want to know what prop that is.
What?
Like the crawl they're using. It's obviously real and not CGI. I'm just like, did they use like something like crab meat with egg and colored it a bit or something?
I don't think it's crab meat. I don't know what it is, but they definitely use something.
Right. It looks like imitation crab. has some wrapping over it. I'd still eat it.
Crawl is soft on the outside, but the interior has a surprising sturdiness.
May just be some plastic thing that they made. True.
Then,
I'd still eat the
gather
plastic.
the meat and set aside.
You can't make me not eat the plastic.
Aaron.
What? What the
Mince
hell
the
you makes you
green onion
stronger?
into rough segments.
Okay, this bothers me. They didn't clean the fucking board before cutting the fucking vegetables.
Yeah, they did not.
I hate that.
I don't blame you.
Cause I don't eat. Since I don't eat, cut meat on the same board that I would cut vegetables. That's food contamination 101.
You're not supposed to. And also, well, it's okay to cut meat on plastic boards because
Mm-hmm.
you can deep clean that. You should never cut raw meat on a wood board, but you can cut vegetables there.
Yeah.
Which we both know, but they don't. They
Yeah.
clearly do not.
Take this mince and set aside as well. Next, grab your skillet and preheat with some oil.
Again, I would still eat it.
No.
Take your minced crawl and spread it evenly across the skillet.
I've had worse.
Aaron!
Stir
Why?
occasionally until crisp and brown. As your water reaches a boil, add your penne and stir occasionally.
Wait, I have a question. Would it be considered cannibalism if you accidentally eat a piece of your tooth?
Why would you eat a piece of your tooth?
So basically, I had a hidden cavity in one of my teeth, and when I bit into a burger, it popped off. For some reason, the cavity went with it. I just ate it, and I didn't notice until later. I need to get it checked. My tooth's fine. They put stuff on it, but like, yeah, I did eat a part of my tooth.
I don't think anyone would care if you made that weird mistake.
Universe says technically yes? Question mark. I have committed cannibalism. Auto cannibalism. I'm gonna tweet that. I have committed auto cannibalism. The first thing I see when I open Twitter is someone using AI to have Trump shove a giant rainbow dildo in his mouth. That's great to see.
It takes all types.
It's playing the video.
Cook until soft. At this time, your crawl will be brown and crisp. Add your minced green onion and then the spices. Mix well. Once your pasta is finished cooking, strain it. Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish. add the crawl topping.
Yeah, true.
Sprinkle a generous amount of cheese along the still warm crawl for it to melt. At the
I'm only gonna put one hashtag on this fucking tweet. I have committed auto cannibalism. And the hashtag is hashtag Wednesday vibe.
Don't say that when we're looking at this disgusting food. This food, I feel like, insults both Italians and Mexicans, and it just insults me. I'm not Italian, but I definitely feel insulted by this existence.
It's even melt you.
this
Somehow,
point, finish
despite the
preparing.
amount of seasonings added, it still looks like it hasn't had a drink of seasoning. It needs a sauce. It needs something. It looks so. It needs help. It needs help. You, no.
Stirring the dish with your flavor enhancer, but allow your dish to cool to a temperature below 60 degrees Celsius, or else the enhancer will not work.
These are in a person.
And now, you may serve and enjoy.
I still eat it. Wait, there's... It's hard to see. There's something there. Oh, wait. Okay, well, I obviously can't read that.
Although the other critters ignored the rest of
Yet.
the.
Yeah, I got it right here. Although the other critters ignored their fellow kind, instead they secretly visited the submarine visitor. They snuck what little food they had and carefully fed it to the prince, gently hastening their recovery. Oh. Next one, the Trimming Care Guide.
Many people get pets for
I want
companionship.
one.
They
I
form
get
bonds
explorers.
and grow relationships with
Net
these
people would eat them
animals,
again.
even to the point
Yeah.
of them being considered a part of the family.
I want a
Most
trimming.
people get dogs or cats,
I'm so
but maybe
upset
you want
I
something more
didn't
interesting.
get the trimming plushie from
Then,
each shipping
you may
time.
want to get yourself a trimming. These lumps of meat have grown a reputation
I
to be
want
a
it.
loving companion for many people in the recent months. Although, most people may not know the proper ways to care for them. Today, we will be showing you how you can care for your pet trimming. Taking care of a trimming is fairly easy, but this is no reason to slack off. They are living things and do require maintenance. The first thing to keep in mind when keeping a trimming is the temperature of your home. While trimmings are resilient to both high and low conditions, you want to keep your base temperature near room temp, maybe slightly cooler. That being said, trimmings prefer warmer areas to nest. A simple setup you may use is a box with some blankets on the inside. Make sure there is enough for your trimming to cover itself. And now, you have a comfy bed for your buddy. Next, you want to give your trimming the best diet possible. Trimmings are not picky eaters, and will eat anything you give them. To keep your trimming healthy and strong, a diet of dry cat or dog food that is high in protein, provided 2 times a day, is best. As a treat, you may give your trimming any scraps of your food.
Oh my god.
Things like apple cores, banana peels, or eggshells are a perfect snack.
Yeah. I want
A
it
thing
now.
to remember is trimmings are nocturnal and make plenty of noise.
I no longer want to set a pet.
To prevent you from having sleepless nights, try to give your trimmings first meal in the late morning or afternoon. This helps them be active during these times instead. Another thing to consider if you want a pet trimming is where they will be living. Your home should have enough space for your trimming to roam around, as well as access to the outdoors, like a backyard. If not, be sure to take your trimmings on regular walks. This gives your trimming the exercise they need, as well as allowing them to meet other trimmings. Trimmings are a social creature and need to interact with others of their kind, like how they do in the wild.
Just grass, yeah.
When it comes to entertainment, trimmings are not the most active and aren't the best at fetch or tug of war. But here are other
Completely.
ways to keep your trimming
At
entertained.
least the cat will judge you as
Some
it
toys
ignores
that
the
trimmings
ball.
like are little
Yeah.
items they can push, around, pull, or carry. Trimmings also enjoy things that you enjoy as well, like watching the television or listening to the radio. They love seeing and listening to all the funny things coming from the devices. After a long day, your trimming might be dirty and need a wash. To clean them, start your bath with a gentle warm water, mixed with a bit of hand or body wash. Gently scrub the trimming's feet, armpits, belly, and neck fold. Remember to be careful around their face, and avoid getting soap in their eyes, nose, and mouth. Gently pat dry with a towel when
Listen for
done.
steals from Mother Russia.
Now your buddy is all clean. And lastly, as said before,
Wait, what was that? I saw a bunch of numbers. Oh, it's just 7.
Yeah.
And lastly, as said before, trimmings are social creatures, so be sure to give them plenty of affection. They love receiving pats,
You're so
scratches, and pets. They also love to sit with you and cuddle. Since they communicate with each other in the wild, it is best to replicate this behavior with them as well. Simply talking to them is plenty enough. You can talk about your day, if anything interesting happened at work, if you are working on any new recipes, or talk about the weather. Trimmings are very good listeners and love to be involved. With all of these in mind, you are now well equipped to have a trimming become a part of the family.
No,
Do
thank you
things
anymore.
right, and you will have a companion for a long while.
Oh, like a dog. You don't trick with only having one hand shown, yeah. Oh, I saw that. Wait, yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna go over here. One day, the prince woke suddenly. Thanks to Critter's assistance, the healing process has finished very quickly. The prince had fully recovered, and was now fully awake, aware of their surroundings. Surprised by the sudden awakening, the critters ducked and hid from the prince's sight. Now, next is Meat Snake Specimen. Oh, I'm breaking the law.
We're both doing it.
In the year of 1945, with the war finally ended, the cleanup process had started. During routine sweep of an underground train tunnel, the cleanup crew made a grotesque discovery.
Good night, random person.
Found completely filling the tunnel was a meaty wall, and in the center of the mass was an opening with several skulls surrounding it. Closer inspection of the blockage revealed that the mass was actually an extremely engorged meat snake.
Oh.
Its impeccable size had blocked off the entirety of the tunnel's path. There was many strange things with this creature. First was the coloration. A typical meat snake's color is bright reds and light browns. This particular meat snake was a very deep maroon. Another strange thing about it was its behavior. This creature barely moved. Meat snakes are normally sluggish and encumbersome, but the specimen discovered seemed to lack even basic motor functions. Its behavior was that of a plant's, stationary, with only minor movements within. One would assume it was dead. The reason the meat snake may act this way may be because it was completely lodged in place and minimized movements to conserve energy. But how would it have gotten this deep into the tunnel in the first place? And by the looks of weathering, it had been in there for quite some time. So how did it get so large? The answer was discovered by a different cleaning crew, who found the other end of the tunnel. They followed it until it met with the other end of the meat snake. Alongside it was a huge pile of
Ow.
This meat snake's skin also displayed great amounts of resilience. It took several days of cutting to even obtain a sample. Here, you can see the clear difference between this meat snake specimen versus a normal meat snake's membrane. Testing on the sample showed that it had great immunity to damage. It tolerated extreme freezing temperatures, extreme heat temperatures, and even high doses of radiation. It is a wonder how such durability can occur in an organic creature. Another strange phenomenon is the smell off the skin. Normally, it would have a sour smell of rotting flesh. But the specimen displayed a rather pleasant smell, like that of cooking scrambled eggs.
That's
Meat
not
snake
pleasant.
was later discovered to be
Oh, wait,
missing by
scrambled
unknown
eggs. I thought I said rotten eggs. Never mind. I hear it differently.
survivors. How the meat snake grew in size was discovered to be
Okay, so that's the next one. One of the critters built up the courage to meet the now awake stranger. They crawled to the prince's side and extended their hand in friendship. Prince reached back, and together they have formed the bond that will change their fate. Okay. So that means next is the one I have to skip a bunch. Mimic defense instructional team. Ow, ow. Ow.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't like loud ringing.
That's valid.
As of the time of this video's release, we have been facing a concerning increase of missing persons and fatalities on a global scale. The reason for this is because we are under attack. We have discovered that there has been a significant growth of mimic populations, which is threatening public safety. National leaders have released this instructional recording to teach you on how to defend yourself. Here is what you need to know about the threat. Mimics are humanoid, intelligent predators that are highly adaptive and feed solely on human prey. Mimics gain information on people by watching their daily lives and pick to hunt people when they are most vulnerable. The most common times a mimic will attack is when you are asleep, that walking alone, or in a cornered position. Mimics are cautious and calculative creatures, taking precautions to ensure a successful hunt. They utilize various tactics to capture a person by surprise. One of the more well-known tactics is hiding itself inside of furniture to blend into its environment. Common objects that mimics can hide inside are sofas, recliners, wardrobes, ottomans, and other places a mimic can comfortably wait. Mimics are able to contort their body in ways that allow them to fit inside smaller places.
That's not disturbing.
They also use it to expand their body, making themselves appear larger for intimidation.
Still
Another
smash.
method mimics use to blend in is their ability to put on and wear clothing. Mimics put on layers of shirts, pants, and jackets to hide their bright red skin and blend into densely populated areas. In very rare cases, mimics can develop and grow to look very similar to human beings. Pairing this with clothing, it can be very hard to tell the difference between a mimic and a person right away. If you are unsure if a person is a mimic, look out for key features that may reveal
That
their
is
true form.
disturbing.
Look for abnormal facial features, like large, bulbous eyes, flat noses, wide mouths and an uncanny smile, and clammy skin. Also pay attention to other exposed body parts like hands. Mimic people will have long fingers with no fingernails. If you are unable to see their face or hands, watch their walking pattern. Mimics' legs are long and hunched. Their walking will be unusual and irregular. Here is what you do if you are met with a mimic. If it stands before you, do not panic. Stand your ground and try to appear larger. Wave your hands and make plenty of noise. Maintain eye contact. A mimic will hesitate to attack a potential threat. If you are armed with a weapon, aim for the head or legs. These are the best areas to hit to immobilize the threat. Fight back and don't let it get a hold on you.
I don't think
If
it's
you
gonna
find a
work very
mimic
much.
that hasn't discovered you yet, stay out of sight. Call the authorities and alert them of your location. Stay where you are to avoid startling the mimic. If the mimic gives chase, run. Try to get somewhere out of sight and hide. Do not leave the area. Officials will need to locate you to help. Stay low and stay quiet. With the information you have learned, use it well, and stay safe.
Evidence seems Christopher and Janice case, 1983. Observe footage for confidential information. Complete it. Discard and destroy all copies of the tape immediately. Oh yeah, this is the one I had to skip a bunch.
Got it. Let's see. Yep, it's working.
Chris! Come on!
There we go.
This isn't funny! Chris! I just want to go home, come on! Fine, I guess I'm going home without you. I'm cold, tired, and hungry. If you want to stay out here and play games, you can.
Something else is hungry. When she decides to run. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's clear. Or at least not anymore.
Yeah.
No one's listening.
We got worker.
He is going to die. Oh yeah, it was just her being killed. Okay, so yeah. Ready for the next one?
Yep.
Next one. Species Anomaly Report. Current species log number 014. Abnormality documentation, private staff. Notable population density shift discovered between dates of 1999, August 1st to October 1st. As displayed the charted populations for research location on a monthly basis. Okay, so Canada's majorly fucked.
Oh, Canada.
You're all gonna die.
Aaron.
I'm sorry. I had to. Oh, is this gonna be the hiker family?
Probably. Oh no. It does look like there's a kid.
Guess we'll find out.
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It doesn't look good. Yep. mother. Okay, I saw it real quick. Alright, so that's the next one. The critters led the prince out of the cave up to the top of the hill. The prince had lain buried under and showed him the forest. This is our home, full of wonder and beauty, although the forest struggles to provide for us critters. And we are facing disaster. Can you help us? Oh no.
What?
You'll see. Flavor enhancer commercial.
Flavor. The most crucial component to enjoying a good meal. The way food tastes is what makes eating so pleasurable. But what if you could savor every little detail you could possibly want? That is why we, at Nutri Co., have made it so that you may enjoy every single bite you take. With our product, the Flavor Enhancer, you can extract every last morsel of taste from your plate. With overwhelming demand for this essential product, even since our start earlier this year, we have delivered what you wanted. Now introducing the Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Now packaged in a larger size and modified recipe, there is now even more savory goodness to go around. Since our debut in mid-1990, the Flavor Enhancer has shown to be a major hit, with our product flying off the shelves. The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe will allow us to satisfy your growing, tasting needs. Now allowing you to add even more enhancer to your dinner, making your food even better to enjoy.
No, thank you.
The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, available on shelves now.
Enhancer below 60 degrees Celsius for optimal flavor.
Nutri Co. Experience true savor.
Nope, I am decreasing that.
These larger serving sizes make dining even more pleasant, now allowing more generous amounts of enhancer at a time.
Alright, the commercial guy.
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe.
Sound
Now available
excited.
in stores near you. Nutri Co. Experience true savor.
No. Green, please.
Make your taste buds pop with the new deluxe size.
Oh,
Make
that's a new
tasting even more awesome.
commercial person.
Spoil your kids with this essential part of every meal. Nutri Savor.
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Required for all meals, no matter how small it seems, just a little more. It is crucial to everyday eating.
I don't trust him.
You need the flavor enhancer to enjoy eating. You need the flavor enhancer. Consume. You need it. You must need it. You must.
No. I'm pretty sure this type of advertisement is illegal.
Yeah.
So that's the next one. The prince stood back, waved his arms, and before him grew a bright light. Mystical shapes, colors, lights, and figures. The critters were struck with awe. Such sublime brilliance, the prince concluded his display. He vowed, with the power he holds, and with the help of his kingdom, he shall heal their home. Alright, so the next one is uncovered documents. New flavor enhancer deluxe. Newly rebranded product from Nature Co. is an instant hit with record sales. Financial info. Most confiscated or not released to the public. Nature scandal. Nature Co. is facing charges of numerous reports of sickness after consumption of the product, the flavor enhancer. Only statements made from the company so far are dismissing any issues and that their product is safe to consume. Sure. I fully trust them, right, Cheery?
No.
Oh. I forgot what that type of fungus is called, but it's a terrifying one. Carcass conflicts with Nutrica, the private organization Containment of Research Control Associated Society. Carcass has been experiencing backlash from government agencies about cooperation violation for newly introduced policies of, and it gets cut off. No? New log. Message to Carcass. Yep, and this is the message.
In the distant horizon, the group of monoliths stand vacant. Although closed off to outsiders, their stance can be observed well outside the perimeter.
Now?
It is known to have hundreds of thousands of fibers that weave themselves deep underground, all connected in a grand mycelial network.
You might be confused as to why you received this package. This was left to you because we share a common goal. I'm aware that you studied Carcass and researched their properties. I'm also aware that you have received backlash for doing so. Something isn't as it seems, and you know this too. Unexplained phenomena, countless casualties, missing persons, fatalities, and yet no proper action, and a notable silence about these affairs. People are afraid and confused. Why is nothing being done? Because they don't want us to know. We've been kept in the dark, while those above us slither amidst the blind. They have slowly been numbing our minds to their schemes, but they've made one crucial error. Trails, crimes, traces
monoliths are truly an astonishing sight to behold.
Well, my page is just flat out ripped out. I don't think it's this. Because the whole page was ripped out. You couldn't even see anything. Alright, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Next one is Facility Zero, which I think, yeah, is Season 1 finale.
Mission brief. Three ground teams are tasked with infiltrating a previously abandoned mall titled Facility Zero.
Oh.
Which is located in the restricted zone based on our info. The mission will take place in 3 stages: infiltration, encirclement, and ambush. Primary objective is to capture the facility and seize the items of interest for extraction. Numerous armed guards are located within the facility. Avoid detection and keep up your guard.
Alpha team, in position. Beta team, in position. Gamma team, in position.
Copy. Beginning phase 1.
Eyes on the point. Clearing pathway now. Pathway cleared. Give it the green light.
Well, looks like it was successful.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
Alright, I'll be right back. I want to get a drink.
Alright.
Alright, I'm back. Let's finish this.
Welcome back.
You actually might be able to finish Season 2 tonight, too.
Alpha team, copy. Beginning advance. Alright, we're heading out. Move, move, move!
I love the detail they go for their creations.
Lights off. Come on. Move. Keep your distance. Single file.
position, awaiting green light.
Find it at Freddy's time. Well, someone's dead on the escalator. I ain't Luke Skywalker.
Eyes are secure. Turning blind. Lights green.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
Whoever was on the escalator is fucking dead. Oh, I can barely see what that is. There's something there. Oh, there's some dead members.
Alpha team in position. We are experiencing mechanical interference. Should we resume? Copy. Phase 3 is still a go. Preparing for breach.
Breach in 3, 2, 1. Breach.
Get down! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get down! Get down!
Oh my goodness!
Get down! Put down your weapon! Put your hands up! Get down! I said get down!
Well, they're dead. A bunch of them are dead now. Sometimes. And that's the season 1 finale. We'll be watching this down this channel eventually. Anything else in the credits? No. Yep. Alright, so now on to New Beginnings. First episode of season 2.
Something has happened within the restricted zone, where a large group of cultists have been apprehended. Several teams of military personnel have arrested some.
Cult leader apprehended. Military veteran Simon Vanguard, found to be the head of secret organization. Simon was arrested during the raid of Landborough Mall, where he was found leading high-ranking cult members in a ritualistic sacrifice. Custody of Simon was handed over to police by Carcass, where he will face trial for his crimes.
High-ranking cultists and have unmasked their identities to the public. Shockingly, several of these members are well-renowned politicians and high-ranking members of multiple governments across the
Many
globe.
documents have been released providing sufficient proof of the atrocities that were being committed. Some of these crimes include murder, kidnapping, torture, ritual sacrifice, and the list goes on.
The members are found guilty of deliberately providing false information to the public in an attempt to cause harm.
The New Trier Company has been found to have very significant ties
to beloved company is a dark secret.
And has been shut down. All New Trier products have been deemed hazardous for consumption.
Cultivation farms are facing pressure to shut down. Public unrest grows as the New Trier cult case brings more crimes that were hidden away to light.
The people are outraged by how little was actually being done.
They demand that something be done to handle the carnage species.
Riots appear in the streets as protests begin to turn. Our leaders were plotting against us. Who we trust? What happens now?
Secret world order.
Welcome to Magister's Wonder Show. I am the Magister, and get ready to explore all of the world's wonders.
Nah.
Today, we are learning about the circle of life.
But I don't wanna.
Test report number 4. We still know very little about the nature of the entities. There are 7 singularities in total. Each singularity is roughly 1 meter in diameter. They are made of an unknown material, although it looks and feels very similar to glass. We are unable to sample it in fear of causing potential damage.
Can I put stickers on it?
The material is very dark in color, but has red shimmers of light swirling inside. There are some hints of other colors
present,
from
Jerry,
but is mostly dominated by the red.
I said, can I put stickers on it?
Each entity hovers above the ground.
Why are you asking that? You can't even touch it.
Although they can be
I can
moved
use a
with
stick.
relative ease.
But
Our equipment can detect some subtle pulses of energy in rhythmic but random patterns.
Where was calling my mother fat?
We don't know what they are. We don't know if it is breathing or communicating. We don't even truly know if they are even organic. This is nothing new, just confirming what we already know. Our first experiments didn't give any interesting leads. The most we got was some interference with electronics, especially when there is more than one kept close together. But the experiment we conducted showed extremely significant results. The experiment played out like this. In test chamber 1, a live cow was released into the chamber with V1 for an extended period. They were left together for 24 hours. The test showed minimal results from the entity and an increase in stress from the cow. Next, the body of a cow was put into the chamber with V1 for 24 hours. The results were extraordinary.
So we can solve corpse problems.
5
Yay!
hours after the whole body had been ingested, concentrations of Kroll rapidly grew from several points from within the chamber. What this could mean, it rewrites everything we knew about the Vita Carnis species.
Here's the thing. Does that mean I can use it to hide my dead bodies?
Aaron! Don't keep the dead bodies!
But that means there's no evidence of my dead bodies.
Don't.
Allow the crawl to grow out
First, a young larva hatches from within its egg. It will roam around and find food to help it grow and grow. Once they are big enough, they transform into a pupa, and after some more time, they transform into an adult beetle. The adult beetle will go out into the world in search of food.
Ow.
Audio log. Progress report for crawl samples. Cultivation has been successful. So
Nice.
far, we grew them with 3 specific environmental factors. 1 is our control group, 2 with access to additional nutrition sources, and 3 with exposure to radio signals. Group 1 grew on par with standard crawl samples. No distinct abnormalities. Group 2 grew at a faster pace than the control group, as expected. No distinct abnormalities. Group 3 grew against its normal pattern, weaving its way toward the radio. Once the device was claimed, it switched to usual growth patterns. Again, no distinct abnormalities. In conclusion, the samples that were grown in V1's test chamber don't seem to differ from others grown from other sources. Still, we will continue with more factors and further groups, just in case. There have been some developments in the propagation group. V1 samples have seemingly been able to produce nodules at a slightly quicker rate than wild samples. Control groups show that V1 samples begin node development a few days faster. More time will be needed to say for sure. As for the nodes themselves, there aren't any distinct abnormalities. We've successfully hatched a dozen Carnish juveniles, several trimmings, 2 meat snakes, and even 1 mimic. We will be sending them to the enclosures after everyone's reports get sent out. End log.
and then is ground into a fine mint and is now ready for the garden.
Oh, trimming specialist.
Audio log. Progress report for trimming colony. Significant progress in learning the social patterns of a group of trimmings we have been keeping together. A new batch of juveniles were added to the main colony at the beginning of the new progress report. They were accepted into the community immediately. No conflict or rejection observed. They did provide the circumstances to document more of their interactions. Trimmings communicate through a series of vocal cues. Colony members meeting the new batch with squeaks and squeals. They also are not afraid to show us when they are upset. Trimmings also use some physical displays as well. For example, trimmings do a chewing or chatter motion with their mouths when they are happy or interested in something.
I can't actually get my microphone.
The experiment that we performed was to explore the extent of their communication skills. The test went like this. We took one of the trimmings and had them in place in a modified enclosure. A speaker would play 2 separate audio cues. A positive cue would play, followed by a treat. And a negative cue, followed by a small spray of cold water.
Aww.
We did several rounds of both audio cues to condition the trimming's response.
Oh, it's so cute. or trimming.
I don't like them, but this
After
is
the test, the
definitely
trimming was
the
released back to its colony.
Yeah.
And after a few hours, we tested how much the trimmings communicated. Another speaker was placed near the colony's enclosure, where we played the same audio cues.
Oh, that's so mean.
It's incredible to see how layered their social interactions can be. Although, we tried something a bit bizarre. We found out that a wild colony had settled around the facility recently. It was strange, what we did. It was a long shot. We set up a radio device near the wild colony and near ours. We linked both devices up and played the cues.
There's many dangers
The
out
trimmings
there in the world.
alone.
There are many predators that would love to have beetles for a snack. And unfortunately, not all beetles make it. Yes, it is sad, but that's how the circle of life works. But look, one of the beetles has laid eggs. And once the beetle's eggs hatch, the beautiful cycle starts again. And life continues on.
And that's it of that. Alright, next new beginnings, but I gotta go to the bathrooms. I'll be back.
Alright.
Alright, Jerry, you control string. You heard me. You control it. I believe in you. Great, I'm back. Entertain stream?
I basically did nothing. I think random person is more entertaining.
Fair enough. Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Now only the most beautiful, only the most unique specimens will be moving forward.
There are lots of fossils hidden on the Earth, and plenty make their way into rivers and streams. You can look for them too.
Audio log. Progress report on the Meat Snake Recreation Project. From our previous report, the juvenile meat snake we selected was grown in a standard captivity cell until maturity. The specimen we had selected was now an acceptable size for the project to begin.
Big ass meat snake.
Let's be honest, they've had bigger.
Yeah.
The specimen was moved into restraints. Twice a day, we fed it fresh meat, scraps, roadkill, making sure that it received the necessary materials like bones and organs to grow. 4 days into feeding, the specimen's mood mellowed out. The usual intimidation display was now a patient eagerness. It seems that the specimen now understands that we are feeding it. 11 days into feeding, the specimen has slowed down immensely. It has also been occasionally rejecting food. It looks like we have been overwhelming it, not giving it enough time to properly digest and implement the material. Feeding has been reduced to once a day, but with an increase of portion size. 19 days into feeding, the meat snake has almost shut down entirely. It no longer reacts to external factors. It still accepts food, but with assistance. A makeshift mechanism was made to help the feeding process. Favorable results have begun to show. The hue of the specimen's skin has been turning shades darker. Sampling period seems to be approaching sooner than expected. Day 21 into feeding. The specimen has reached all the required criteria to begin sampling. We managed to obtain a skin patch intervention. We began with cold resistance. The typical meat snake skin can hold its integrity up to negative 30 degrees Celsius. The specimen sample survived down to negative 100 degrees, even maintaining flexibility. Next, the heat resistance test. The sample was able to withstand impressive temperatures. We were only able to bring the temp up to 3,000 degrees Celsius before we had to bring in new equipment.
Damn.
We used some welding equipment and determined that the sample's limit was capped at around 5,000 degrees Celsius. Sample testing was interrupted by a peculiar event with the specimen. Personnel during the routine feeding found that the meat snake had escaped its restraints by performing mitosis.
Yay!
The two organisms were simply wandering the lab at the time. The project has been halted for now, and the two meat snakes have been moved back into their original enclosure. We are preparing more tests at the start of the new process report. End log.
You can make your own sieve at home. The mesh will catch large debris, allowing smaller things to pass through. But you can add more layers with different mesh to catch more things.
Yay,
Lovely
more trimming.
contestants so far, but there can only be one winner. And this year's winner is Patty!
That is a very goth. Oh, the mimic expert.
This is my audio report for this month's progress, albeit a little bit late by a few months. Anyways, it's been a bit slow, but there have been some fascinating findings. I guess I'll start with the juveniles. Feisty fellas, already chock full of hunting instinct. Their hunting patterns are similar to other ambush predators. They will wait and then catch their prey with the element of surprise. They prefer to hunt prey smaller than themselves, stuff they can take down easily. But once they are older, they start getting a little cockier. But they have the killing technique to back it up. They usually aim for the throat or neck to deliver a kill as fast as possible. But once they metamorphosize into their adult form, it's harder to determine their patterns. The juveniles we do manage to get into their adult form don't last very long. They simply hide away, rejecting all food we provide. As it is well known, adults only eat human flesh. The adults we have all die to starvation. The best candidates for research are the ones we capture out in the wild. They last longer, most likely due to them already having food and nutrients in their systems. It's not something I dwell on too often. I am thankful for the ones they bring in for me. I got several adults, even a few humanoid ones.
Oh my
We're
god.
able to understand a bit of how they work before they eventually whittle away. The hunting tactics of the adult forms change drastically from their previous form. Hunting now takes much longer as they observe and watch their prey. They are very cautious, waiting for the best opportunity. They take advantage of anything they can to get an upper hand. Their most popular tactic nowadays is climbing inside of furniture.
You know what I noticed? Through all the cages, the mimics they show,
Yeah.
they don't have a single elder mimic.
Wouldn't that be fucking hard to catch?
I mean, yeah, they're more durable, more stronger, so yeah. It'd probably be harder to contain, too.
Freshly metamorphosed adults are roughly 160 centimeters in height, but can fold themselves tightly into small spaces. One was even found inside one of those old-fashioned mannequins. And older adults still fit exceptionally well in tight places. It's funny, we didn't even know they could do this until the late 70s. They weren't even called mimics then. They were called, butchers. They changed it because its name better matched the description of characters in some kids' board game. Anyways, the hunting tactics beyond this are confusing to say the least. All depictions of their patterns have been wrong in one way or another. Ever since that public announcement in '86, they keep changing it. In reality, it is almost completely random. Each case in the wild is different, and it's hard to determine why in captivity. Plus, human testing is a no-go. Even though I volunteered myself, I feel so close to figuring it out. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The next stages are even harder to... Wait, how long do these tapes have to be?
And it cuts off.
Look, this one would have fallen through our first sift. There are plenty of other fun things you can find as well.
Oh no, my sieve isn't working.
Looks like there's a hole in your mesh. Make sure your mesh isn't damaged, or else something might slip through.
Which incident with the B1 involving the cleanup team in Test Chamber 1? November 27, 1992.
Personnel room 21.
That was foreshadowing what's gonna happen.
need medical assistance in test chamber 1. Stay calm. Help is on the way. Just try to stay strong.
Alright, we're here. We're going to help you. Lower the ladder slowly. This is going to hurt. Okay, hold still. Ready? Now!
What's happening?
Uh-oh.
What's happening to him? Get him out of here now! Get him
Well, looks like he's gonna die.
Nom nom nom.
Actually, kind of sounds like all of them are gonna die in that room. And that's it of reveal progress. Next is First Contact. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get through this tonight, Jerry. You know why?
Why?
We only have First Contact, Terminal Rally, Dire Measures, then the finale. We can actually get through this tonight.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah,
because neither of us have seen the season 2 finale, which is gonna be kind of cool.
It's not the video we saw before that I should not say because it's spoiler.
Yeah. Oh. I am being birthed.
Aaron, why are you being weird?
You know why.
Yeah.
I'm covered in placenta.
All the entities are freaking out. The system can't handle all of this. Turn off the power. Sir, do it.
Doesn't look like they got it under control.
It is called the electromagnetic spectrum.
What was that?
Backup power is now on. Systems appear to be stable.
Check the damage, and get me eyes down there.
Entering the chamber. Entity seems much more active now. Sir, come in. Sir! I can't tell what you're saying, sir. Please respond.
Ow.
What the hell? I can't hear you clear enough. Get out of there! Move out! Now!
But I think that was planned. Okay.
The waves reach the antennae and translate it into sound.
Memory of incident. Cleaner had been caught in between the steps of the ladder and snapped their femur. Besides unusual bruising and clotting, the cleaner is now stable. At the time of injury, V1 began to become irritated and short active. No personnel were injured following the initial accident. During inspection of test chamber 1, one of the guards handheld transceivers began to experience interference. Since that came from the transceiver chaotic and random, There are some lines of coherent speech from both Dr. Transdos and what seems to be an entity. Dr. Transdos began an experiment with a test hypothesis. He had a device connected to the test chamber and intended to communicate to the entity.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you understand what I am saying? Can you hear? Yes. Holy shit. What now? What should I say? What are you? What are you? Let's try something else. Can you still hear us? Okay. What are you? Can you explain? What are your connections to the Vita Carnis species? These are too vague. Try another question. Do you know why you are here? Did you hear us? We aren't getting anywhere.
Yep.
What? These boxes. Devices. Talk. Are you talking about the radios? Radios transmit and receive waves and translate it into sound. Brilliance. Much brilliance. I feel more noise. Can we see more? Do you want more radios?
No. Get me one out. Excuse you. I don't know what you're saying.
Even the color you see and the sounds you hear are wavy.
Sir, is it really in our best interest to give these things what they want? We don't even know what they're looking for.
I understand your concern, but this is the biggest breakthrough we have ever gotten. This may even be the greatest breakthrough of all history. Representatives of the UN will be arriving in just a few days to see our progress. This is too important to stop now. We are on the verge of something massive. And if the representatives are impressed, we get the funding to see how far this can go. So, for now, you and the team go and get the orders if they want. Keep making reports, but keep them quick. We need to learn as much as we can in this short time frame.
For all feature tests of singularities, there will be a radio with a speaker present to allow communication for entities as well as for personnel to ask questions. November 28th, 1992. During test setup, we were able to capture singularities communicating to each other. We are working to decipher, but as of now, we are unable to understand what they said. Gary might know. Do you understand what they said?
No. Did you?
No. February 29th, 1992, V1 was given several different electrical devices. It didn't communicate more with it, but didn't speak very often. Only saying words out loud, not directed towards anyone. It was more interested with the devices than our questions. November 30th, 1992, tests and questions are repeated with other singularities. Each singularity acted differently than each other and gave different answers to the questions. Although there are a few common factors that each shared, each one had a fascination with electrical devices, especially radio. They are interested in entertainment like television, the radio, music, and especially classical music. December 1st, during testing of V1's interaction with the television, notable interference was detected with other electronics. V1 also spoke out loud several times. Don't know what they said.
They travel up to 28,000 kilometers per hour.
V1 neutral, especially itself, engages with personnel minimally as possible, only shows interest with electronics and testing.
Nothing weird about the highly intelligent ball of death.
Yeah. V2 curious in nature, asks questions often descriptive in its wording, eager to engage in testing. V3 more active, engages with personnel in detached manner rather than one-on-one, engages minimally with personnel. 4. Actively engages personnel. Curious about the personnel and what they are testing. Refers, questioning us, then conducting the test. Talk more expressive out loud than other similarities, although it speaks often only out loud to itself. It has to communicate with personnel. Oh shoot. I didn't read V5. Oh wait. Yeah, I did. I thought I didn't read V5, but I did read V5. Yeah, V6 rarely engages out loud, only with incoherent noise. Does any knowledge personnel, minimal engagement with testing. V7 less active singularity has shown minimal engagement with all activities except electronics, only engages with other singularities. UN representatives arrives.
This is our main observation room, where we conduct much of the testing on the singularities. As you can see, we are still performing tests. We've learned much from the entities, and if we were to have your support, we can continue our work here. I am sure we can...
That don't sound good.
Tampering with the microphone and the monitors.
There has been much learned in our time together. I agree with Dr. Trados. If we continue, I am sure this union will benefit all. Symbiosis, we join together. Let us sow seeds and watch what grows. Divine purpose. Let us show you. Let us guide the way. Join us. Join us.
No, thank you.
Join us. Join us. Join us. Join us. Become one.
Yep. Oh, yep. Next, first contact. Oh, not first contact. Terminal rally. It took a while to load a name. Are you still good to continue, Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
I just have to ask.
That's fair. It is getting late.
Do you want to finish the last two or stay on them for like next Wednesday? Oh, no, not next Wednesday. It'll be 2 Wednesdays away. Because I got night shifts next Wednesday.
I want to keep going, but I have a feeling Spood might get upset if I keep going. Yeah, that's definitely that I can't keep going.
You want to end it here?
Yeah.
Alright, we can save this for 2 Wednesdays afterwards. So, how about we look at the secret videos? Because they're only like 30 seconds long.
Yes, please.
Oh, it's the pages!
Ooh.
You can actually see the art. That's cool. Oh, there's a new page.
One day while the king.
Huh?
I said one day while the king, at long last, the prince, a new land in which, and now then a.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. Oh.
that's one of 3. And this is the second hidden video. 2 of 3. I'm guessing the next one's gonna appear in season 3. Oh, the second piece! Hold on. Yeah, the second piece.
Oh!
So I'm guessing with the 3rd season we'll get the final piece.
That would be interesting. One day, while the king and queen sat, and at long last the prince made it home. The prince a new land in which was plentiful with numerous, and now their kingdom can
Spread forward. Oh, it has the symbols of the cult no up there.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe it's just explaining how the Vita Carnis species came to be. Okay, well that's interesting. Anyways, ending soon in 3, 2, 1. Alright. So that was rather interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that just means that next Wednesday we do get to do it. We'll watch those 3 episodes of Vita Carnis, then watch The Moon Woke Up. And The Moon Woke Up is made by that person that's the claymation CGI analog horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let me see if there's someone to raid. Browse. Here, I think I found my person.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is Hatchet still on before I do it? No. Okay. You have any last words, Jiri?
Um. Nope.
Alright, Danger Noddles. I hope to see you guys next time for your next mission. Basically, tomorrow is going to be GOI tier listing of the minor groups of interest. We're most definitely going to get it through a whole bunch of them. Because the descriptions for them are really short, and they usually only have like 1 or 2 connected SCPs. The ones that I can get information for. Yeah, now I'm just waiting for the ads on Twitch to end, so I can do the raid. And I'm not going to pay for Turbo. I'm not giving fucking Jeff Bezos more money. Oh wow, we did analog horror for 3 hours.
It seems so.
Damn. Only 1 more minute of ads, Jerry. Then I can finally raid. Why does Twitch have to have so many ads? Well, at least the streamer's getting ad revenue. Oh yeah, remember when I showed that link in the Discord because they thought the game was a porn link?
Yeah.
So I went and clicked on it, so I was like, okay, let's review it and see what I can do. So I go there, YouTube immediately knew that they did a mistake. So they sent me the email, even though they removed the fact that it was a mistake, and basically just put the link back. They still sent me the email for it. So they already fixed it by the time I went to go look at it.
That is something that exists.
Yeah. YouTube. You're special. Anyways, teacher novels. Oh, come on! Apparently I can't raid the person I was going to raid.
Well, some people don't want to be raided.
I want to raid people.
You could raid Hatchet if they're on.
They're not.
You could raid someone random like actual Jake.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. But Twitch is lagging.
I used to really love watching Hannah and Jake doing the Bible Reloaded.
Alright. Hopefully now I can raid this person. Thank you. Alright, I'll see you guys later. And yeah, also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is gonna be Pokemon. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. See you later, fuckers.